How long has it been since you studied this sword form, EHM? It's been a bit less than 5 years, HMM. So he has been practicing by himself in secret for 5 years now. He is a more reckless and sincere person than I thought. Is he mad? Fortunately, IT does not seem to derive from the demonic path. IT is a rather monotonous sword technique, but it stresses a very neat and accurate stance. Judging by what it says about realizing that the whole world is full of QI after studying this sword form, I believe that this is a training form with the purpose of strengthening one's inner ki. I was worried that you might fall into ki deviation while recklessly practicing. But what a relief. I am sorry, Sector Leader IT doesn't seem to be in this book. What is the name of this sword form? There was no specific name stated, so I just called it the report sword form. That does sound like a name you'd give. Naming a sword form like that won't do, since the author of this book is a scholar of the House of the White Tiger. From now on, we shall call this sword form the White Tiger Training Sword Form. The White Tiger Training Sword Form. What a great name. I feel at ease after telling him the truth. He even gave me this wooden sword, I guess, in order to perceive the author's conclusion on the source of martial arts. I will just have to keep practicing and come to the conclusion myself. Let's give it a shot, no matter if it takes 2 hours or 4 hours, 10,000 times or 100,000 times. From now on, I will focus solely on the sword style with the 12 forms, just like the past 5 years. I spent every day swinging my wooden sword. During that time, the seasons in the Forbidden City changed several times. I do not exactly know when, but the dual records that I couldn't understand at first started to make sense to me, and I was able to picture the forms in my mind. And when there were no more books for me to read in the library, S.A. Ilchin, the manager of the Azure Dragon House, summoned storytellers who had seen Miram masters in action. The more I listened to their stories, the clearer I could picture the swordsmanship of those masters in my mind. And even, Sector Leader preached that seeing a practice sword and a real combat sword as two separate things was meaningless. 7 years later, the conclusion of the White Tiger Training Sword Form. Yes, that's IT. Like an arrow passed through my mind without a warning. The White Tiger Training Sword Form is 12 different voices that reach the same conclusion. Form 12 always called for the true Form 1. Form 1 appears with soft footsteps and whispers. Form 5 calmly smiles. Form 9 forgets everything by the figure of a glancing beauty. And with the 12th form, I become one with the White Tiger Training Sword Form. The conclusion of the White Tiger Training Sword Form connected everything. Swords that I found in countless books from the library in the past years. In the heavy sword of Sector Leader Chung Hyun. In the showy sword of Sector Leader Du Jin. In the swords of the experts fighting in the stories from the storytellers. This flow was always there. There is no logic, no evidence, no reason. The separation of forms, the path of the sword, everything is meaningless. This is what it means heaven and earth are full of ki, like leaning towards eternity. Alas, was it a dream? If it was just a dream, then what is this heat and longing, filling up my heart right now? Grown man, a scholar with tears. What a shame. Oh, it's late now, evening already. Anyway, the wooden sword is broken. What should I tell Sector Leader Good morning. Oh, Eunuch Park. Wait, morning, Azure Dragon House. So how did it go? Did the head of the Morong family accept the duel? Well, the reputable Morong family had to avoid a head-on collision with the Iron Family Guild. It would be difficult to handle the emerging power of the guild and the guild master 1/Cheol Mu Wung's skills. Also because it's a fight with nothing to gain for the Morong family, whether it's a win or loss. As for the Iron Family Guild, which is a de facto ruler of Hunan province, but has been suppressed by the Morong family, this was a once-a-lifetime chance to reign, which they could not miss. Sigh. Of course, he would talk all day. It's been 7 years since I started gathering and record the stories of the experts' duels from the witnesses. I want to skip it all and just swing the sword. However, they could not just ignore it when the honor of such a reputable family was insulted. So the head of the Morong house, Morong Danchun, accepted the duel with the Iron Family Guild Master, Cheol Mu Wung. As a result, there was no head-on collision. A head-on collision could not happen. How dare anyone shed blood in Hunan province? Under the authority of the Shaolin Temple, the Shaolin won't interfere with struggles over supremacy but will step in to stop the actual fights between sects, so the two factions decided to fight in a duel competition. First of all, 9 disciples from each faction fought each other. Should I tell you about each and every one? It's okay. I can hear that part later. Let's talk about something more important. Of course, you are a man of good taste. Well, I will skip all tidbits and tell you about the main duel. Regardless of how the disciples did, the conclusion was to come from the duel between the leaders, Iron Family Guild Master, 1/Cheol Mu Wung, and the head of the reputable Murong family. The official first sword, Morong Danchun, stood on the stage. The situation was slightly worse for the Morong family. First disciple, Morong Jin, lost absurdly in many small sects Aban done them, official first sword Morong Danchun, and now he had to fight against the blade of Cheol Mu Wung, 1/Cheol Mu Wung. As expected, Cheol Mu Wung began striking first, boldly unfolding the blade of Cheol Mu Wung, but Morong Danchun cancelled anomalous attacks with the calm path of his sword. He also attempted some sharp attacks in between. What's wrong all of a sudden? Head of the Morong family won. Right, what? No, I just thought that's what would happen. I see. The duel ended with the defeat of the official first sword, Morong Dan Cha. The Morong family head lost, yes. He lost, so the Reput Able Morong family lost its supremacy in Hunan province. No. Wait, there's no way that the head of the Morong family would lose. Maybe you misunderstood something? Misunderstood? I saw it with my own 2 eyes, sir. You have not seen it personally, yet why? No, I mean. At the end, didn't the head of the Morong family do dash this kind of sword form? Ugh, sir. Ink splashing. I don't know what kind of sword form that is, but official first sword, Morong Danchun, did not have that sort of sword form. Of course, it could be a bit different, but if I think about the flow of the Morong family sword, it can't be. It was a duel, he could have won. Why did he lose? Belvedere of literary profundity. Ugh, I can't stop imagining the scene of Morong Danchun winning the duel with the last sword form. Why is this happening? Greetings, Scholar Woon, A.H. Eunuch Park, you came to grab books again, yees. I thought I heard your voice when I was passing by. Well, I know you are very worried. But don't be so heartbroken, yes, Lim? NNO that was. High officials are doing it, so I must assume that the decision was made after profound thoughts. Scholar Woon was very close to sector leader Il. So, what are you talking about, Eunuch Park? Did something happen to sector leader Il Chung Hyun? No, why? You have not heard about it yet.